Today, new reporting on the allegations that help upend the political career of former Congressman Matt Gaetz, including ending his bid to become President Trump's attorney general. The New York Times' Michael Schmidt reviewed court documents that allege the 17-year-old girl Gaetz was accused of having sex with was living in and out of a homeless shelter and was saving money for braces before she was drawn into the world of having sex with powerful men for money. Gaetz has repeatedly denied allegations of child sex trafficking. He was investigated by the Justice Department, but never charged. Joining us now, the investigative reporter who broke this story, Michael Schmidt of the New York Times. Good to see you, Michael. What more can you tell us about the circumstances that led to this alleged victim's encounters with Matt Gaetz?
So, look, a lot has been written about Matt Gaetz over the years and the investigations into him, the ethics investigation to him, his bid to become Trump's first attorney general. But at the heart of it, no one had ever really written about the 17-year-old girl who had testified that she had sex with Gaetz when she was 17 in exchange for $400 and why she found herself in that situation. And I had been shown a court document that had been publicly unsealed that described her as a high schooler who was homeless. And in the course of that, we went to the lawyer for the girl and asked the lawyer to confirm some basic biographical details about the girl to get a better understanding of why she found herself in the situation that she did. And what emerged was a story about basically how this 17-year-old girl was working at McDonald's. One of her parents was living in and out of a homeless shelter. She was looking for extra money. She wanted money to buy braces, to pay for braces. And she essentially turned to a companionship website where she was able to make money through encounters with men. And that's what put her on the path to her encounter with Gaetz and to becoming enmeshed in a massive political scandal.
It's hard to ignore the similarities with the Epstein victims, right? Young girls who are in difficulty at home, financial challenges, the vulnerable young women there sound very much like this 17-year-old. In that case as well, many of them found their voice. So what role did this 17-year-old play in the investigation against Gaetz?
So she testified before a grand jury, and she was interviewed by the authorities. Ultimately, the Justice Department declined to bring a case against Gaetz. Had he been charged with child sex trafficking, he would have faced a mandatory minimum of 10 years in prison. One of the reasons they did not bring a case was questions about how the girl would stand up as a witness upon cross-examination. That was one of the things that the prosecutors had said or in the course of making their deliberations. On top of that, the girl testified before the House Ethics Committee, which was doing an investigation into Gaetz, and her statements were included in that report, which found, substantial evidence that Gaetz did indeed have sex with her when she was 17 in exchange for $400.
Michael, do we know what happened to this young woman, how she's doing now?
We don't know a lot. The ideal situation here would have been to interview her, to sit down and talk to her. We weren't able to do that, but we were able to talk to her lawyer. We know that she did receive mental health treatment around the time of the federal investigation. We do know that she was able to save up enough money to buy braces. We do know that she moved to Texas in her senior year in high school and did not graduate. But besides that, there's still a lot we don't know. But this does give us a better understanding of what it was like to be the 17-year-old girl in this big story.